Yo, have you ever noticed that one person who barely says a word, but when they do talk, everybody stops and listens? Like, do you have someone in your life who's just chilling in the corner at parties, replies with lol or K in the group chat, but then when you catch them one-on-one, bro, you're shook by how deep they are? Okay, so here's the thing about quiet people. The world calls them shy. People say they're stuck up. Folks write them off as boring. But psychology's telling a totally different story. Today we're going inside their heads, and what you find in there is going to hit different. What's good, everyone? If this is your first time on this channel, we break down psychology in a way that's simple, visual, and actually applies to real life. And today's topic? No cap, this one hits close to home for me, because low-key, I used to be that quiet kid. All right, let's just get into it. Part 1. Who are quiet people, actually? First things first, let's clear up the confusion. Everyone assumes that if you're quiet, you're shy. Nah, fam, that's dead wrong. Psychology breaks it down into 3 different types. Type 1, the introvert. An introvert is someone whose energy gets drained by being around people. They recharge by being alone. They're not antisocial, they're socially exhausted. Big difference, right? Type 2, the anxious quiet. These are the people who want to speak up, but fear shuts them down. Their heart's like, say something, bro, but their brain's like, what if people judge you, though? That silence isn't weakness, that's an unhealed wound. Type 3, the deliberately quiet. Okay, this is the real one. These people aren't quiet because they're scared. They're quiet because they know not every thought needs to be said out loud. Aristotle said it best. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. That kind of silence, that's wisdom, straight up. So next time someone's being quiet, don't just clock them immediately. Figure out which type they are first. Okay, now here's where science walks in, and this part is genuinely wild. Eysenck, legit famous psychologist, did the research, and he found that introverts and extroverts literally have different brains. It's called arousal level. An introvert's brain is naturally running at a higher arousal state, meaning they need way less stimulation to feel comfortable. An extrovert's brain, it's kinda under-aroused by default, so they need the noise, the people, the chaos to feel good. So what does that actually mean in real life? Quiet people only speak up when they feel like it's actually worth saying. Small talk, genuinely painful for them. Oh, the weather's crazy today. They're already mentally checked out. Yo, what do you actually think about this situation? Now they're locked in. And there's more. Research shows introverts have a more active anterior cingulate cortex. That's the part of the brain that processes consequences, mistakes, and decisions. Translation: quiet people think before they speak. A lot. They're literally weighing their words, calculating the impact. So when they do say something, it usually matters. Part 3. The real pain of being the quiet one. All right, real talk time. Being a quiet person, it ain't easy. This whole world was literally built for extroverts. In school, class participation is graded. At work, the loudest person in the room gets promoted. At parties, whoever's cracking jokes the whole time is automatically the cool one. And quiet people, they get labeled. He thinks he's better than everyone. She's so stuck up. Something's definitely off with that guy. And here's the messed up part. After enough of that, they start believing it themselves. Psychology calls this internalized stigma. You start thinking, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I'm just boring. Maybe people genuinely don't like me. But low-key, none of that is true. You're not boring. You're different. And different, in this world, is actually the most valuable thing you can be. Now, let's talk about what the world keeps sleeping on. Superpower number 1, observation. While everyone else is busy talking, quiet people are watching, reading body language, catching the tone, picking up on what wasn't said. Studies show introverts tend to score higher in emotional intelligence. They just get what people are feeling without anyone having to spell it out. Superpower number 2, deep focus. Cal Newport wrote in his book Deep Work, "The most valuable skill in today's world is the ability to focus deeply without distraction. And quiet people? That's literally just how they operate." Tesla, introvert. Einstein, introvert. Newton, introvert. That's not a coincidence, fam. Superpower number 3. Being trustworthy AF. When someone's quiet, they're not out here gossiping. They're not running your business to other people. They're not side-eyeing you. They're actually listening. That's why people end up telling quiet folks their deepest secrets. There's just something about them that screams safe. Superpower number 4. Their words actually hit. An extrovert says 100 things in a day. People remember maybe 10. A quiet person says 10 things total. People remember 9. Silence makes your words hit harder. When you don't talk much, people actually tune in when you do. In relationships, quiet people can be confusing as heck. They don't open up easily at first. They'll leave you on red for 3 hours. They'll dodge the group hangout every single time. And people assume they must not be feeling me. But nah, they just didn't get it. When a quiet person finally trusts you, they open up like a floodgate. They'll be up talking with you at 2 a.m. no problem. They'll do anything for you without even making it a big deal. They'll remember that one random thing you said 6 months ago, word for word. But they need time. They need space. And most importantly, they need a judgment-free zone. If you're trying to get close to a quiet person, don't pressure them to talk. Just be there. Let the silence be comfortable. Trust builds on its own, I promise. Here's something the world really needs to hear. Being quiet is not a character flaw. We live in a culture where whoever talks the most seems the smartest, where confidence equals being loud, where if you didn't speak up in the meeting, you clearly had nothing to contribute. But history keeps proving the opposite. The loudest person in the room ain't always the one doing the most thinking. The quiet one is carrying an entire universe inside their head. Susan Cain, an introvert herself, wrote a book called Quiet. She proved that some of the greatest ideas in history came from people who weren't brainstorming in groups. They were thinking alone, in silence. So if you're the quiet one, this part's for you. Listen up. Your silence isn't weakness, it's depth. Your quietness isn't rudeness, it's thoughtfulness. Your introversion isn't a problem, it's literally how you're wired. And the world needs people built like you. So here's what we covered today. Quiet people aren't shy, they're selective. Their brains are wired differently, and that's backed by science. They carry a pain the world doesn't see, but they've got powers that loud people completely miss. And in relationships, they're the rarest kind of gem out there. If this video hit different for you, or if it perfectly described someone in your life, then please drop a like, because even the algorithm needs to understand the value of quiet people. Share it with that one person who's always quiet, who probably needs to hear this. Comment below, are you the quiet one, or is there someone like this in your life? Catch you in the next one. Until then, respect the silence. It's saying more than you think.